We're live, by the way.
EA
Sports. It's in the game.
That's the most exciting sign on. Let me do this sign on for us. I'm gonna send you this link in the meantime.
Okay.
Give me the internet. I keep telling you about that.
No, it was something else. Stream back on?
Yeah, I was sitting there doing my intro.
Yeah, because I sat here like, how I give this man the countdown and he doesn't go for his intro?
I didn't even hear a countdown.
I gave the countdown.
Because I guess I was off by then. In fact, I was sitting there. I was like, all right, he doesn't want to do the countdown. I thought you were doing something else. I thought you went to check those baseball scores again.
Oh, my God. Arachnid, it's too early in the stream. You just got started.
I'm surprised. Yeah, when are you putting that Mets logo up I made for you?
Mets logo?
Yeah. Oh, okay. That's right. You asked me, but I didn't get around to that yet.
Oh, this guy.
He said, anyway, are we on right now?
Yes, we're on. You should be able to tell me if you were watching the stream.
Let me do this intro again. You already did an intro, I'm sure, right?
No, I didn't do an intro yet.
Okay. All right. Let's do this again. Give me the countdown.
All right. 6, 5, 3, 1.
God. What is going on, girls and guys? Once again, it is your co-host on the Fight Night's Finest live stream. It is Arachnid Soul, joined by Fight Night's Finest, the SoFit commentator. You are in for 16 hours of the best live stream you've ever heard. Fight Night's Finest doing the charity donation, trying to raise money for those Yankees season tickets. Fight Night, what is going on?
This man in his damn intros, I swear to God. But what's going on, everybody? I know I might sound a bit different. I need to get another headset. So if I sound a bit off or the sound quality isn't as good as it usually is, I do apologize for that. But we're going to go ahead and dive into some head-to-head matches. Remember, you guys to hit that comment section at all times or anytime during the chat. And should have a good time.
You can go ahead and just put that over my logo in the corner. So you
I was fixing it.
Yeah, because I'm like, you're going to have everything in every corner. You got 4 corners here. Just put up some ropes.
Right?
But,
might as well.
Anyway, so we're playing. Well, we're not playing. You're playing some Fight Night Champion today. Well, what is the game plan today? What are you trying to do on this stream?
I'm just trying to have a tactical match. That's all I really want to have to do with something about that. I'm not gonna give no spoiler alerts for that, but just know you might want to check out I believe this guy's a spammer, if I'm not mistaken.
You fought this guy before?
I think this is the same guy I fought yesterday, if I'm not mistaken.
What is it? Just the 2 of you on the servers now?
I don't know. Could possibly be.
I don't ever see the same person on a server on any game, like Pro Evolution Soccer. Unless I'm friends with somebody, I'll never see the same person.
No, you don't want to pick Delaware. I swear, man. It's like people are pussies. I'm calling it out right now.
I mean, yeah, people want to win. That's that. They don't want a sim box. It's just about winning. You've heard people say that. Rock'em sock'em robots.
That's exactly what it's looking like today.
You know. You might want to get that logo. Like, I'll make you a little watermark, like a little PNG with like some Rock'em Sock'em robots. You can just put them up after you have those certain matches.
Yeah, just have that match where guys are doing nothing but either slugfesting it out in the middle of the ring. Then you got to get one for the runner. You got to get one for your average spammer, I suppose.
Yeah. Dude, we're gonna do a whole thing. I'm gonna make you like how you have those Xbox achievements or those PlayStation trophies that come up. I'm gonna make you like a little icon for all the different things. One for a runner, one for body spammer. You know, just these little things. We're not gonna make fun of people like who don't keep the guard up or stuff like that. But people who do the little cheap things.
Just get a logo for everybody. Why not?
Yeah, we'll have that. We talked about it before. Those people, you know, they start growing in the trunks a little bit when they get that cheap win. Gonna have that graphic, have to blur it out though.
Right.
That icon. You know.
God. So I don't know. Has anybody left it? Oh, there we go. Dave, I didn't see it. Oh man, I didn't see any of this stuff, guys. I'm so sorry.
What are you talking about?
People's leaving comments and I could not see anything.
Okay, there they are. I didn't see them either.
Yeah, Dave. Billy Brick Jr. too, I believe he's a bitch as well. It's like the community's so small now that it's like you should know who to avoid. I played this game very sparingly lately. Too many scumbags. Yeah, I'm gonna get into that. I'm sorry, guys. Though, what's up, Dave? What's up, Kamikaze? I'm sure Arachnid will say what's up. Relapse, what's up, man? I haven't seen you on the stream in a while.
Well,
yeah, people are dedicated to the game, man. Still 1,600 people playing.
Yes, a lot of people. What's going on, Dave? Everybody in the chat. Relapse, Kamikaze. Yeah, Dave, I was just talking about you. I was playing some 7 Days to Die. I was on a public game, but it was a private game. My friend and maybe like 10 of his friends have set up this world. We're just playing that. And instead of living in the cave, the guy's like, no, that's not how we do it. We found an old abandoned elementary school, and there's a police station down the road. We recon the elementary school. We went to the police station, and he's showing me how to board up the windows and build booby traps and, you know, add certain different supply rooms and have escape routes out of there. And I was like, man, we got to get Dave to rip one on here, because he was telling me he's probably picking this game up Friday. Dave, that game is absolutely awesome.
Yeah, definitely Arachnid and that 7 Days to Die. As you know, he's been on it. What's up, Jabster, man? We'll get some sub games in for sure. I'm gonna fight Dave because he acted first, but then we can get in a fight after that. Let me touch on what I've been noticing lately. Hendo Russell, welcome to the stream, man. But let me just share what's been going on with what I've been noticing on this game. You got one or two guys three guys that I've noticed. You got the noob, the guy who just picked up the game. He's still learning. He's still trying to figure out things. You know, he doesn't know about all the characters, so he tries to play the game fair. And you know, but he's just inexperienced, so he's not much of a challenge. No offense to anybody new, but you know, before I started playing online, I used to practice heavily offline first. And then I practiced a lot. Well, not practice. I took what I practiced and burned it into OWC. Afterwards, the second guy that I'm noticing, the guy who just wants to stay on the outside, the guy who wants to run, he doesn't want to engage in the fight. He will literally sit on the ropes, and if he can't fight on the outside, whether he's winning or losing, he's going to stick with that. So there's absolutely no adjustments being made from that guy. And then you got the last but final guy, the spammer. The guy who's going to throw nothing but the straight right hand, dance around the ring. He's kind of a combination with the runner, but he's spamming at the same time. So he's exploiting the game, and he's making things a lot more difficult than it needs to be. And making the game unfun. And he's also picking those characters. So that's exactly what I've been noticing a lot lately.
Just like that, all right?
Yeah, I'm gonna try to make him look good, Kamikaze, but that's what I've been noticing, and to me, it's really been irking my nerves, man. Like, I honestly don't even want to play the game anymore because I'm tired of running into these three types of opponents. So hopefully, when I get to fight Dave later, or you know, even when I got to fight some subs this week, a lot of them going for that I beat FightNightsFinest trophy. I had a guy fighting with Sugar Ray Robinson, just running and spamming the straight right hand a little bit, and now every now and again, and then, but you know, it wasn't like he was a bad fighter. He just did some things. He did what the game allowed him to do. I shouldn't even call him a spammer. He just didn't fight Sim. That's all it was.
Yeah. I mean, that's just kind of a problem with people playing sports games in general. With fighting games, it's so easy to exploit different things and kind of be cheap. I mean, you know, we were seeing that. We were watching Red Eye Jedi stream, and some of the people that he was fighting, it was just like, man. Like, we talk about Rock'em Sock'em Robots. People just all stand up, just going balls to the wall. The stamina isn't great on that UFC game from what it looks like, because people were just spamming punches from the beginning, no defense, no takedown, no ground game, and then when they did go to the ground, it was ground and pound, no submissions, no transitions,
nothing.
I was like, this isn't even MMA. What they basically made was a kind of kickboxing game, the way people are playing it.
I haven't played the game, but from what I've seen, the live streams and even some people's videos who don't know anything about MMA, for the most part, all I'm seeing is a lot of people who just go in there and we just throw whatever punch we can get out. That's what I'm seeing for the most part. There's not a lot of players on there who plays defense. I want to give a shout out to Relapse real quick. I think he fought MMA Game, and the beating he put on MMA Game was just real. Like, he fought a really good fight. You can tell he was being thoughtful for what it was that he was doing. Like, I noticed a lot of people on that UFC game like to strike, but none of them really think about what it is that they're doing. I noticed a lot of them throw 5-punch combinations with the same hand, or they'll throw the same head kick 4 times in a row, go for that same slam. I think it's called the Saido, what is it called again, Iraq? The Saido suplex?
Oh, yeah, the Saido suplex.
Saido, there we go.
But you just call it like a belly to back suplex. It's basically it's a freestyle. Let me school you guys a little bit. You've got 2 styles of suplexes traditionally. You've got your freestyle suplexes, you've got your Greco-Roman suplexes. 2 different types of wrestling altogether. The difference is, in Greco-Roman, you're not allowed to use the legs, so that's where a guy will just kind of bear hug you from behind, grab you around the waist, and that's going to be a German suplex, or some people would call it a Karl Gotch suplex, or even a side belly to back suplex where there's no contact with the legs. Once the guy giving the suplex makes contact with the legs and uses the legs for leverage, that goes from being a Greco-Roman throw or toss or suplex to being a freestyle throw. So basically what you're looking at, that's a freestyle Saido suplex or a freestyle belly to back suplex.
Yeah, so that's what I've been noticing on that game for the most part. But yeah, I definitely agree with Kamikaze. That's what I see for the most part whenever I've been playing this game online. It really just makes me not want to play anymore. For the first time today, I really felt like playing this game. I really felt like this game is old, and I wish there was something else I can play in terms of a different boxing game. And I haven't been one to, you know, yeah, I want a new fight night, but I didn't mind just playing Champions for now. But considering the online competition, it just makes me want a new game.
Yeah, I mean, and it's the same thing with that UFC game. It looks like the mechanics are there where people who know what they're doing can have awesome matches, but there's exploits and there's people who just there's people on that game who want to be playing the next version of this game, pretty much. And they're like, well, it's in a cage, they've got gloves on, you know.
Well, we'll make this work. Damn! Yeah. Is that a flash? Man, get cold clocked by that left hook. He just dropped. Them flash knockdowns, though.
Yeah, I mean, you get sleepy sometimes.
I can't remember the last time I had a fight with someone who fought legit. Yeah, I can't either, man. Yeah, you can get in the line for the fight, man. There's definitely no doubt. Relapse is 18th in the world right now, man. That's amazing, man.
Yeah. I see that Marble's joining the chat.
What's up, Marble? Welcome to the stream. I actually had a little chat with Marble on Skype not too long ago, so shout out to Marble, giving us some good advice.
Yeah, that guy just sat down.
Yeah, he just dropped, man, from one punch.
Oop, just, dropped that Hogan leg, laid out in the corner against the ropes like Raven, and that was it. Yeah,
so it's up on the top right hand corner of your screen while we have the break going on, while we're sitting back in the corners. You know, I'm sipping a little bit of water. We're watching Gamboa, trying to figure out what the hell happened to him and how he just got dropped. Talk about what's going on in the top right hand corner of the screen.
So let me talk to you guys a little bit about this. You guys know I do Thursday Night Throwdown. You guys have heard about those old grappling events, those old wrestling shows that I put on. I have to tell you, I felt so good doing the commentary for this Throwdown that's now posted on my channel. You see the graphic in the corner. We've been talking about Vader literally since he walked out onto the stage. That was January 4th. He has not wrestled. He has not had a match on Throwdown. Right now, it is the debut of Vader. And let's talk about what else is going on. Let's talk about that major championship announcement. I'm not going to spoil it, but we've got some awesome tag team action in the main event. Yuji Nagata, we've got Jun Akiyama, All Pro Wrestling Noah Stars. We've also got Naomichi Marufuji and Takeshi Morishima. That dream team, that awesome main event. See, for 4 or 5 months now, we've been doing the tournament. The tournament wrapped up at the Dominion pay-per-view, also available on my channel in the playlist. Now what we have is a situation where you can't look at brackets and see what's going down next week match-wise. Now we're putting these matches together based on who deserves them. We have a ranking system. And also there's rivalries, there's grudges. We're going to let people settle things now, and we're not going to have to worry about the fact that we don't have time because we've got to get a tournament match on. YouTube.com/ArachnidSoul. Thursday night throwdown. We do it every week. The best wrestlers, the best wrestling. Back to you, Fight Night's Finest.
Great plug right there. And if you're looking to how to spell that man's name, it's in the bottom left-hand corner of your screen. Hit me with some things that's been in the comment section. I haven't had a chance to look at it right now.
All right, let me see what's going on here. Yeah, Kamikaze's basically saying the same thing, saying that, you know, there's people who learn how to exploit, there's people who learn how to cheat on all the different online games. I mean, I do notice with other team sports games, though, it is harder to have those exploits. But when you talk about these one-on-one, you know, sports fighting games, man, people find those exploits early on, and a couple of things happen. Either they stick with those exploits for the duration of the game, no matter how many years they stick with it, or other people start complaining, in which case the game developer sometimes will go on the forum, see what the issue is, and then quote-unquote fix the issue, but ruin something else.
Exactly. Dave, if you go in the comment section, you can change it from... it updates as the comment is left, so you can change that setting there from where it keeps saying click new comments, I believe, or see all new comments. Relapse, yeah, I don't know if Relapse has the patience to go out there and train people, man. Relapse seems like the type of guy who, you know, he'll try to strangle you if you don't get something right. I wouldn't Relapse train me. Next thing you know, I'll be hanging from a tree. Yeah, you're definitely right about that. People will always find new ways to exploit the game. But for me, it's like just having a new game. At least I won't be running into the same guys where I'm like, oh, yep, he's going to be doing that.
Yeah. And by the way, Hakeem in the chat's asking if he can get a match with you later on.
I'm not on 360 right now. I'm playing on PlayStation. But if you have PlayStation, we have a line for the sub list. It's Dave first, then Japster, then Marble. Oh, I think Kami was first, and then I think it's Marble.
They need to just do this like they do it on the PC and have the cross-platform play. PC's already moved on from that kind of, somebody's on Linux, somebody's on Windows, somebody's on Mac. Like now, it doesn't matter. I can be on Mac, you can be on Linux. We can still play against each other. We have the same game. They need to do that with the consoles, but they're not going to.
Man, this guy has no respect.
No respect, I tell you.
Hold on 1 second. I'm up here trying to fix something on settings.
God, look at God. What was that, some packing tape? You putting a cardboard box together over there?
Damn. Couldn't let me rock for 2 seconds, man. Look at this cocky fucker. You won't get yours now. Here trying to box and have a good time and being a little fag.
Yeah, I see you get, well, you don't have to call out the gay people, but I see your guys just standing there with the guard up. Will you have your toe on the button?
And I had my right hand on the button while I was trying to fix something in settings with my left. And then I dropped the controller for a second.
Oh.
And then...
Well, this guy's probably looking at you standing there. He's like, oh man, this guy's scared. Let me just work him over.
You know, he was like, oh, this is a free knockout after I've been getting destroyed all fight.
Maybe he figured you got scared or something. He just figured you put on the helmet. He's probably thinking, okay, he's going to put his guard up and just try to win on points.
Fine, I don't think...
But...
Sorry. I don't think I have the time, Dave, to really sit back and train new guys. I have to be completely honest about that.
Yeah, I mean...
Not that I wouldn't want to, but I honestly don't have the time.
I'm waiting for you to train me on NBA 2K.
Oh, you trying to lose?
No, I'm saying, why? You have to go all out? I'm thinking maybe you can do some training or something, but of course you're going to try to take advantage of the situation just like this guy. You know, you're going to be
just
all
like
over
you did
the
on
court.
Pro Evolution Soccer.
No, man, what are you talking about? By the way, you know, the whole world's talking about Tim Howard and how awesome he is, but man, I gotta tell you, listen, I'm an MLS guy. I like the LA Galaxy. I'm a Tim Howard fan from way back, but after seeing that performance he did with Fight Night's Finest sitting in the coach chair, what was that, like 5 goals he led by? Like, I just can't respect that man anymore.
I don't even know what you're talking about.
Yeah, man. Well, you know how it is. Everybody makes fun of soccer, and then the World Cup starts, which I'm not watching because I don't like what FIFA and the Brazilian government's doing, all that bullshit. But in any case, World Cup starts, everyone's obsessed with soccer is so great, and you know, and then it's okay. In 2 months, you guys are gonna be making fun of the sport again,
right? I don't believe in like you sitting there up there rooting. Like if your team is like, for example, we live in the United States, so anytime America's in the World Cup and they ask me who I'm going for, I go for America. I'm not gonna sit there and watch the game like I watch soccer, but I'll say, yeah, I would like for America to win. That's how I am.
Usually I would watch, and while I would like America to win, I can separate who I would like to win and who I think is gonna win.
Well, that too. You said, you know, that's the key word, who you would like to win, not who's gonna win.
Yeah, I mean, and I would like to talk more about the World Cup, but like I said, I have not watched any of it. I've heard people are getting bitten. There's all sorts of fouls and everything. I heard that Brazil got destroyed, you know, but
yeah,
I haven't watched.
That too.
They would have got destroyed anyway. It's like, oh, our star player was in here. It's like, when you lose by that many goals, you're still going to lose. It wouldn't have been as bad. But maybe there's just so much negative energy outside that stadium. I mean, think about this for a second. You've got FIFA bringing the World Cup to Brazil. Brazil is what, at least in the United States, we think of Brazil as the football capital of the world. And the tickets are like $500 US. They're so highly priced that the people in Brazil can't even get in. They raised the transportation costs on the people of Brazil. They've increased the taxes. Now they've got, you know, police officers patrolling the streets. They've got all kinds of bullshit going on. And then the money that they're making from the World Cup, you got the Brazilian government just going to pocket it. They're not even going to let that go to the people. And you got riots outside in the street. You don't have to sneeze when I'm talking.
Sorry.
I mean, I know you start sneezing when you hear somebody preaching, but I learn how to hit that mute button.
My bad. Sometimes it's not as simple as it seems.
I mean, yeah, you got Kamikaze. You saying he ignores soccer every day. I mean, I can respect somebody who ignores it. And by the way, the World Cup, these aren't going to be the greatest soccer matches. These are all-star teams. These are groups of players who hate each other and compete against each other on a regular basis, and then they're shoved into a team. They don't have the same collusion. They don't realize the set pieces when they see them. It's not the same thing as watching a team that plays and trains together week in, week out. You want to see a higher level of soccer, you got to watch, you know, these teams doing what they do best in their leagues.
I hope I'm making your boy Sweet Pea look good right now, Kami. I'm trying.
Let me see what's going on here. So basically, your strategy is just to stick with what's been working for you.
I'm just establishing my jab and trying to outbox him.
And his strategy is to stick with what he's been doing. It hasn't really been working, but he's sticking with it, and I guess he feels good. He's like, man, I punked this guy out once, and he's just sitting there with his helmet on. So if I just keep working him, he's gonna get scared again. And
Move that body. You need to move that body.
you listening to that corner, man? You need to move that body. You know how accurate the corner is.
Yeah, they telling me to move that body even though I'm not the one getting hurt.
You got that Tim Bradley corner.
Always.
I mean,
You're looking good. Looking good.
so funny to me they just
tight.
added like random sound bites into this game.
Right?
Just to give you that feel. Like, yeah, just have them say anything at any point.
It's that Bradley corner. Okay, so yeah, I'm sorry if I can't get it done, but yeah, the only round he won was the one I wasn't really able to do anything in. And this guy does not know how to use Gamboa. He's going out there flailing arm shots.
Yeah, Dave's asking you who you got this Saturday if you're going for Canelo.
Definitely going for Canelo. I like Laura. But after I went back and I watched that Pedro fight, and to me it's like, if Canelo comes with that kind of aggression, and I think he hits harder than Pedro did, so if he can come with that same aggression and work that left hook downstairs to the body, also Canelo does have better head movement. He won't keep that head in one spot like Pedro's doing. It'll be a harder target for Lara to hit. Now, if he tries to outbox Lara, he's gonna lose the fight. But if he plays an aggressive style, he will win the fight. That's the way I see it.
All right, let me see, Dave. Who are you going for? I'm thinking Dave's gonna say the same thing, but yeah, we'll be out that day killing some zombies, and you can go inside and watch boxing. Let me tweet this out. By the way, if you guys are in the comment section right now, and you guys have Twitter, please tweet out the stream link. Let people know that we're live, and let them know what's going on, and come join us in the chat room.
Yeah. Definitely. The more the merrier. And the better, the more people, even if you're watching right now, go ahead and, if you're watching but you're not commenting, go ahead and leave some comments. Everybody in here is friendly. If they're not, they'll find themselves on the block button. So, you know, come in and enjoy your time in the chat. I'm glad I did so, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, I try to, like, for me, it's like, people don't realize, look, that's 210 jabs thrown. 210. I only threw 57 straights, but look how many hooks and uppercuts, and the jab was the most thrown punch. He threw a lot of jabs too, but he also threw a lot of straights, and he really didn't get in the right punching range for he didn't get in the right punching range either to throw back or to connect with anything. That's why he has that 26% connection. 26% landed. Because he wasn't in the right punching range. I mean, I'm going to try to get in another fight with Whitaker. At least he wasn't a spammer. When it comes to Philly show, I don't have no... I feel like when you use a Philly show fighter, at least you can try to box. Oh, wait. I forgot. Okay, Dave, you're next. You're next, man. Yep, he getting dropped by Angulo had me questioning his chin. I mean, it's not like Angulo doesn't hit hard, but... he got up quickly. He recovered quickly. He got up instantly, actually, from both of those knockdowns. Dave, you send an invite, pick the weight class, and let me know if you want to do like orthodox or Philly shell versus Philly shell. It doesn't really matter to me. And thanks Relapse about the knockdown. I was picking Canelo the first, but I decided to go with Lara by a very close decision. I honestly don't see him. Like I said, honestly, this fight depends on what kind of style both fighters fight. If Canelo fights an extremely aggressive style, he's going to win the fight. I don't see any way in which Lara can outbox him if he fights an extremely aggressive style. If he tries to do what he did against Mayweather, taking his time, you know, trying to use head movement when he really doesn't have the greatest head movement in the world, if he tries that, he's going to lose the fight. Lara's going to pick him apart. He's going to establish that jab all day long, and he's going to get us some good combinations as well. Thanks, Nebe. Who's this guy?
Yeah, man, Dave, I've been looking. I thought you probably had a Twitter, but I couldn't find it. You should get on there and be active. Don't just be one of those guys who hooks it up to their YouTube.
I got exposed. All right, guys, let's talk about this guy. I haven't had time to post a video yet. I was still editing it. It was definitely going up this Monday, but then I had to go to the gym. But let's talk about this guy, Tree Chino 23. This is a guy who claims he exposed me. He claims he's better than me. He claims he beat the hell out of me because he won a second match. After the first match ended, it was Lennox Lewis versus... Oh, at first, hold on. At first, he tried to pick Mike Tyson. That was the first thing. Then the next match we played, it was Lennox Lewis versus somebody. This man was being outboxed. He didn't win a single round. And he tried spamming uppercuts downstairs to the body. He claimed that he exposed me. I won by flash KO because he walked. Oh, it was Vitaly or Vladimir Klitschko. He walked right into a straight right hand and got flash knocked out. So I gave him a rematch, thinking, you know, everybody knows I don't count flash knockouts as a win. This guy, then we fight again. I think I went with Duran and he went with. It was probably Pacquiao. somebody who was able. I think it was Pacquiao. It was somebody. Once again, he's being outboxed. I'm literally having an easy time with this guy. He's not landing any counters. He's not doing anything. He ends up getting a flash knockout. Now all of a sudden he thinks he exposed somebody. So basically what I'm doing is I'm chopping this fight up for both of you guys to see. Actually for the viewers to see. For him to go back and look at all the mistakes that he made. And for him to see that the only person who really got exposed here was him. I love how guys always talk about, I exposed such and such. And I don't know why you're saying you're exposing me when I have a whole video called Analyzing Losses with every weakness that I have in the game. So you're not exposing anybody, and I lose plenty of fights. So this guy is annoying.
Yeah.
Anyway, yeah, Dave, you should definitely try to get on Twitter. Kenan IR, welcome to the stream, man. Someone add me and Boy in HD. Dave, we waiting on that invite, man.
Yes, what's going on, Keenan? And yes, Dave, when you get that Twitter, don't just be one of those guys who has the YouTube video and then the link gets sent out automatically. You know, Dave DeRipped one just posted whatever, Bitches Get Stitches starring Butterbean, because I could see him posting a video with that title. Anyway,
right?
You got to be active, respond to people. I can't stand some of these people just have it linked up, and it's like, come on.
I mean, we could do that same fight that just happened. I'll pick Gamboa this time. You go with Sweet Pea. Because after I saw how that guy was using Gamboa, it just made me kind of upset. Yeah. Oh, wait. Dang it. I'm up here just screwing everything up today. Also, I noticed nobody fights offline anymore, like unranked matches. Can't ever find them.
I guess when I left the game, people stopped doing that. Because that's all. I would only do that in, like, gym sparring. I never really did, like, OWC or, you know. Because I didn't get to that point. I never got that good at the game. I didn't spend that much time with it. And then even fighting the just regular, not offline, but, you know, outside OWC fights, the people were so cheap. It's like, God, I don't have patience for this.
Yeah, people are just cheap on this game, period. We're waiting on Dave to join up the match, and then afterwards we got Kami, and then after Kami we got, wait a second. Message coming through. Let's check this one out.
And some of the people getting hungry in the sparring, too. Like, you know, you have a little fight with somebody and, okay, this is cool. I can learn some stuff from this guy. So you join his gym or whatever, and he invites you to spar just to work some things out so you guys can afterwards point out some weaknesses or, you know, whatever. And the guy just comes out. The guy just comes out of the corner just with the flurries. I'm like, damn, trying to spar here. You know, and I said to him afterwards, we were supposed to be sparring so we could tell each other what to work on. I was like, dude, what do I need to work on? What should I do? And he would just tell me, you need to go play a different game, bruh.
Yeah, I think this would be a really, really close fight if I go with Gamboa and Dave goes with Pernell Whitaker. That'll be a really fun fight. We'll do welterweight next after this because I fight like welterweight all the time, so. I really don't want to see that.
Yeah, Dave's saying he doesn't want to fight Southpaw, so that's why he's not going with Whitaker.
Okay.
And the weight difference as well.
Oh, that's true. Diego. Who else is at 130? I'll go Guerrero. Got that same reach too. Thanks, man. From Belgium? That's a long way. By the way, if you don't see me respond immediately, it does take a little bit of time for me to see the comment. I think someone was before me after Dave. Jabster was before you, Kami. But yeah, from Belgium, man, I really appreciate that.
Damn.
I hope that you sit here and be entertained, man, by the lovely Arachnid Soul.
Well, I mean, that's the other side of the world. I mean, even if our commentary is horrible, he can sit there and laugh at our crazy American accents.
Right?
You know, like the other day when I had that video up and I used the word garage, and people are like, man, you sound like a posh asshole. It's garage.
It's
like
what?
Garage. You know, you go over to England, they say garage.
So it's like having a moan.
Yeah. you say, oh, you parked the car in the car garage. Instead, they actually have a little not sporting, but the little concert venue in England called the Garage, and American people say, "Oh yeah, I'm going to England to play at the Garage," and they get all pissed off. You know, what can I say? I'm a posh guy. You know, I drink almond milk chai lattes and.
Right?
You know,
This is the same guy who's, you know, he's very meticulous about his diet. You know, all the Arachnid's what we call metrosexual. You know, scared to get his hands dirty in any account.
That's not
Very highly
metrosexual.
about his appearance too.
Okay, see, that's metrosexual. That's like, I always think of P. Diddy as like the king. He's the king of the metrosexuals. All of the rappers, but P. Diddy, you know, he's the king of that. But yeah, I don't know what my diet habits have to do with being metrosexual. But all right, you know, I'll go with it.
He's just a very feminine kind of guy. Just remember that, yo.
Oh, okay. Why? You gonna say that about me just because I'm a De La Hoya fan? My guy likes to wear lingerie. I mean,
Like
come on.
those dildos.
Yeah, I mean, you know, there's a lot of. Listen, I'm just saying. You go to Oscar De La Hoya's. If one of his ex-girlfriends has like a Tumblr account on him, you're gonna see some stuff.
Ooh.
I don't know if it exists, but I'm just saying.
Use the ring. Use the ring.
You up there? You trying to up there link people to some nonsense on stream? What kind of host are you?
I'm just saying, towards the end of his career, I can't believe none of the other fighters ever brought any of that up in some of the interviews. Because that's trash talk at a whole different level.
That's not even trash talk. That's being rude.
I mean, but yeah, I'm trying to get Fight Night's Finest to get off that sugar, try some agave nectar, and he doesn't know what I'm talking about. Trying to talk nutrition with this man.
This guy.
Going to the MMA gym with the fucking all he's had is a Capri Sun.
Oh, that's a pre cum. What the fuck? I'm not even gonna continue that statement. None of y'all heard that. Can I get a fight too? Whatever we have time for, I'm gonna try to get in everybody.
Take it 3 hours trying to get
What's up, local? You know, I know you get. I know you never get tired of this game.
You're winning this fight. You're looking good. Just keep it up.
I mean, these are
See,
the
against
reasons-
Dave, I can't really fight southpaw. It doesn't work well for me.
I'm not a big person about like having kids. I don't have any kids. I don't want any kids. But there are certain reasons out there where I'm going to go into this now. There's certain reasons why if you do have kids, it will be enjoyable. One of the reasons is they can't get into the Capri Sun. They cannot get that straw to go through that little bit of tinfoil. And then you know they're going to eventually jam it in there and they're going to get like a face full of lemonade. So that's one of the reasons. Also, this is a little old school, but when they come to you with that milk box and they can't get it open, you just tell them, listen, I can't get it open either. You got to keep working on that. You know, sometimes they have to go to the potty and they've got those overalls on. You just say, I can't, I'm sorry, I'd like to help you, but I don't know how to undo the buttons, right?
Wow.
Or sometimes, you know, they want help tying their shoes and, you know, hey, maybe you accidentally tied the left and right shoe together. You shove them out the door. You know, little things like that. You know, when it's Halloween time and they can't figure out which costume to use, you know, if you live in a really, you know, liberal neighborhood, send them out in that George W. Bush mask. You know, there's little treats you can have if you're a parent. Red Eye Jedi can attest to all of this.
You can't. What is wrong with you? Like, no wonder you don't want kids.
I'm just saying.
That's sinister.
Yeah, especially Red Eye Jedi because, you know, I think, not Red Eye Jedi, what am I saying? I'm talking about Dave, but Dave, one of his kids is into baseball, and I don't know if Dave's into baseball, but it's very important at a young age, if you have kids that are into baseball, you try to discourage them because otherwise you're going to have to go sit through Little League games. You want to always, as early as you can, point your kids in the direction of a sport or extracurricular activity that you actually enjoy watching. Now, if you are not able to do this, you're going to want to invest in an iPhone 8 or a Samsung Galaxy 7 and get some of that Angry Birds action going out there in the stands.
Man, that was a good agave nectar. That's what I said, Con. Pre what?
No, it's,
Good.
Yeah, I mean, what was he talking
Y'all be
about?
trolling, man.
Tighten up your punches, all right?
Yeah, they be trolling in the comment section.
Need you to move
But,
yourself, right?
yeah, man, basically, you've got certain plants, the same family of plant where you get like aloe for like aloe vera, the cream, or you can eat aloe if you want to. The same plant that you get tequila from, as a matter of fact, because they take it and they use the sugar and they distill it, and that's where tequila comes from. You can get a type of sugar from there. It's called agave nectar. It's like 10 or 20 times sweeter than sugar. And at the same time, it's not going to give you that insulin spike. So if you're diabetic, this is a good thing to use. Even if you're not diabetic, it's a good thing to use. And, you know, you just put it on anything. It's like, it looks like honey, but it doesn't taste like honey. So there's your, and it's agave nectar. So there's your little, you can pick it up at any health food store, even like a regular grocery store, just in the sugar aisle.
There it is, Arachnid Soul giving out some factual information.
Oh yeah,
Tips you can only get on youtube.com/Arachnid Soul. Look in that bottom left-hand corner of your screen. I gotta get like a clickable link for that. There should be a way to do it.
Yeah, there's some way. But yeah, I mean, you know, you got parenting advice from me, a guy who's never had children, who never will, hopefully. I actually am, you know, a nutritionist, so I can give you nutritional advice. And then also I'm teaching you the difference between a freestyle throw and a Greco-Roman throw. So you're learning a lot of different stuff tonight on the stream.
Hey, you learn all kinds of things. iPhone. Haha. what you talking about? iPhone.
Yeah, I got that iPhone 12 out. With the little hologram when the people call you pops up, you see them. It's like Star Wars.
Think about it though. Damn, iPhone is the same shit every year.
Yeah. I mean, honestly, and I say this as a person who's tried many different phones, including the... If anybody even thinks it's halfway decent, I'm going to call it the most overrated phone, the Windows phone. If you're running around with that, and I know they must be a sponsor on Scandal, because I see all the people on Scandal, all the high-tech stuff, and then they've got the Windows phones. Everybody's like, come on.
Right? That Windows phone out there crashing in the middle of you trying to make a call to somebody.
It basically, like, Windows 8 is designed after the Windows phone. So if you don't like Windows 8, that's how the Windows phone is laid out. All those stupid little apps and random things. But anyway, I'm more of a Samsung guy, to be honest with you. And I say that as somebody who's used all the phones, because to me, you get a good Samsung Galaxy phone like the S5 or the Note or anything like that. It's got all the benefits of the iPhone, except all of the things are open source. You don't have to worry about iTunes with this weird Apple format. And
Woo!
Yeah, Fight Night knows what I'm talking about. That damn Apple format.
Damn flash knockouts. So I went to counter his left, I think it was a left hook. I sidestepped it, went to go with my own left uppercut. He sidesteps it right, comes back with a counter right hook of his own, and we end up getting hit with that flash knockout.
Man, you should have heard. Well, let me finish up with these phones real quick, and then we can get back to why everyone's actually tuned in tonight. The continuation of Batman versus Superman.
Oh my God, Arachnid, please, not tonight.
But we didn't settle that anyway.
It's settled. We already, you know, I'm not even gonna bring it up. It's done.
Yeah,
Nobody talk about that in the comment section. This is the time when Arachnid has to be put on mute for like 5 seconds, so he can calm himself down. He can go ahead, get a quick drink of his iced tea, or you know, whatever that soy latte crap he be drinking, and then he can calm down. And then we can bring him back into the stream. So go ahead, Arachnid. Go ahead, take a sip, regain your consciousness. Yeah, me too, man. I hate that as well.
Yeah, but anyway, like I was saying, though, you know, the Android phones, they're open source. It's better. And by the way, it's an almond milk chai latte. And when you try one, it will change your life. Don't have the hot one, though. You got to have it cold.
Did you take a sip so you can relax?
No, man. I went to the store. They were out of stock. I've been on the internet promoting it. Now people running out, buying up the supply like the zombies are coming.
And he's like a kid who has too many damn pixie sticks. You need to relax.
Oh, yeah. Well, the thing about the pixie stick, though, is you'd always find that one kid, and if you guys didn't do this in school, then you didn't have a childhood, but there was always that one kid who for whatever reason, would snort the pixie sticks. And that was Fight Night's Finest.
Never. Okay, let's see if we can't find Jabster, see if he's still online.
Oh, yeah,
Jabster's not online, so next person will be Kami. I can't remember your PSN right now. So go ahead and go ahead and drop like an invite for whatever weight class and put whatever you want to do.
Marble knows what I'm talking about.
Yeah, I don't know what's up with the flash knockouts, man.
I don't know. You better hope they didn't retweak this game over the night.
See, this is one thing I've noticed though about the chat. There's always those people who understand like, yeah, it was a flash knockout, and then you got the one guy in the chat who's like, you did a great job, like, it's a flash.
You got your ass beat in the ring.
They
and
was beating my ass for those first 3 rounds though.
Somebody comes up with that schoolboy, and all of a sudden everybody's talking about how what an awesome showing he has.
Right? Like how he won the fight.
Like, come on.
I remember, like, I honestly don't understand. Why do you think it is that people get excited about the flash knockout?
People just see. This is how I explain it. If there was a boxing match and you didn't see, maybe not you, but somebody else, a lot of people didn't see it, and I watched it. I'm telling about this match. The match, it was awesome. I want to go into all of these details. I want them to sit down Indian style and get that little teddy bear out and the security blanket. I want to tell them that story because the match was epic. And before I can do that, all they want to say to me is, oh, who won? And that sums it up. Who won? The guy who won obviously must have dominated the fight. It was one-sided because he won. So who won? That's all they care about. And that's the same mentality.
Yep. A lot of people don't understand that. When the best thing about a fight is not who won, but it's seeing all the detail, seeing all the things that happened in the fight, seeing when your boy got hit with that right hook while he was up there trying to pull up his pants even though they was already past his knees. You know, those kind of things. That's what it is that people want to see, is the detail of what happened. Not exactly who won the fight.
Right. I mean, that's nice at the end, but, you know, it's not about the destination. It's about the journey.
Exactly. Who's in line? Kami's first. Then after Kami, I don't know if Marble said you.
Yep, Dave, you absolutely did.
That exposure, man.
Getting exposed tonight.
But yeah, it's Kami first, and then after Kami, it's Nebe, and then it's Loco. So that's all the fights that we got lined up for today. Wait. Oh yeah, I forgot about Marble. It's Kami then Marble. We're waiting on Kami to go ahead and send that that match request. I don't think I see him online. Oh, there he. Okay, he's getting on now.
Yeah, he had to get on his PS3.
Flash KO is a comeback gold. They make one good movie and boom. I don't understand what it is. I honestly don't understand why people get excited about it. Dave's up here in the chat trolling, but there's some people out there who take this to, you know, like they just won an award. I remember one guy that I fought. I was beating him. It was for the North American belt in lightweight. I was beating him 10 rounds to 1. It was the 12th round. And he gets the flash knockout. And he starts talking about how garbage I am and how bad I am as a fighter. And that he took my belt and that I didn't deserve it in the first place because I was trash. But do you not remember that jab that was in your face for the last 10 rounds and the 3 times you've been on the canvas previously? You get that one cheap flash knockout and then all of a sudden you turn into a straight guy. Every time you see a flash knockout, I want everybody to type in the chat, what a god. Because that's exactly what people think they are. They think they turn into Jesus Christ himself. If they don't turn into Jesus Christ themselves, then, you know, they turn into the great, what is it called? Allah. If it's not Allah, they turn into Buddha. Whatever religion you prefer, they just seem to turn into whatever God most people believe in. And then, yeah, straight God mode from a flash knockout that the game gave you that occurs at any random time.
I gotta think that, and Buddha's not that little fat guy that we think he is. That's not Buddha. But for the sake of argument, because everyone thinks that's Buddha, we'll say that's Buddha. To me, he's more of a tough man fighter. He's got that build like Butterbean. I think he would be slower and he'd be lower ranked, but he would bring the power. I see Jesus as, I mean, when you think about the time when Jesus would have been alive, he's going to be a shorter guy. He's going to be stringier. He's going to be that work rate guy. He's going to be maybe pound for pound one of the best if he's good. He'll have the speed. He'll have the stamina. When you talk about Allah, when you break down some of the aspects, not necessarily in the ring, but nutrition-wise, you know, you're talking about a guy who doesn't drink alcohol. You're talking about no pork, that straight-edge lifestyle. Here's a man who has that work ethic to get up and pray 5 times a day. So I think he would be a dominant, imposing fixture in the religious boxing organization. I would actually go with Allah. I think I'm going to give it to Allah. And then you've, of course, got, you know, some of the other people. You've got the Greek gods. You know, Hercules, obviously, he's half man, half amazing. No, I'm sorry. He's half man, half god. So he does have the strength. He's got the strength. I don't know about cardio, though. He's one of these guys. He gets in there. He's strong. I don't know how long he can last. But, yeah, it would be a really interesting pay-per-view, and I'd like to see somebody put that together.
I don't see why we can't do it.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay, I see the invite now. Dave, we know you're just joking. We're just talking about how people, those people who think they turn into straight God mode because they got that flash KO. So that's we know Dave isn't serious. You would probably get more views on Twitch. Me playing Fight Night, I'm not exactly sure if that will happen like that.
Yeah, well, you could experiment.
For some reason, I want to do Philly show tonight. I don't know why. Laura? Okay.
Yeah, why? I mean...
Oh, I haven't used my boy Anthony Medine in, like, God knows how long, so I'm going to roll with him.
You know, you can actually change the background of the desktop, the dashboard on your PS3, right?
I did not know that.
Because, I mean, you're sitting there with that black background like you just took it out of the box.
Yeah, Dave, we know you was joking. We're talking about the people who just go off about the flash KO. We know you was joking. Relax.
Yeah, but...
Damn it, I don't have no more room on my friends list, man. I'm sorry. This is half amazing.
I mean, you're a popular guy.
Okay. Yeah, somebody else asked if they can... I saw somebody say if they can get in line. You can get in line too, man. I'm going to be like Asian Brona tonight, man. I'm going to be the Cam man. Anybody can beat my ass. Anybody can do it tonight. So, anybody wants a shot at just destroying me. And the fact you guys are playing Sim makes me feel a lot better about the title. Maybe I should change it. You know, my subs are amazing.
Yeah. The hell is this screen? I'm like a minute behind. I'm looking. Yeah, we have to get you something. We have to get you that Journey background or something.
I don't care if it's a stock one. I think I got some things.
I mean, I just... So let's see what's gonna happen here.
Well, we're going to try to go with the basic strategy, establish that jab early and see what happens.
What is
now,
this like?
Medine got that lethal left hook downstairs to the body. He got that Kodo left hook downstairs to the body. Or you can call it the Mickey Ward liver shot if you want. But he has that shot, so we're going to be looking for that a lot too.
I like to call that the old Boss Rootin' liver punch from back in the Pancrase days. Now I've lost everybody in the chat room. El Guapo.
You know, you just think you're good, but the people don't understand a body shot, man. That sends that shock through the system. Those body shots, like they say, it don't come out because it's like a stain, man, in your shirt. No matter how many times you take it to the cleaners, you got that Chinese guy who's known to get rid of every stain, no matter what kind of stain it is. You know, it's not those Stanley Steamer guys who say, yeah, we're coming to clean the carpet, and then they do a half-ass job. But because it's a nationwide company, you don't want to try to sue them for it. But anyway, those body shots, man, those are the ones that do it. And I actually made somebody throw up from a body shot in real life. So don't underestimate those body shots.
And it wasn't even the guy you punched. It was just that the throw was so nasty. You had people in the audience throwing up. But, yeah, we got Mr. Rifle in the comment section saying that he's not even a boxing fan, but your commentaries are so entertaining and he loves your flow, so he always comes and checks out your content.
Mr. Rifle. Oh, that's my boy from, that's actually one of my friends from real life, so I want to thank him for stopping by. I won't put out any names. I'm sure he won't put out my name. But I'm glad you was able to catch one of the streams, man. I got a dynamic Goku background. Really? If I could find one of that, I'd probably put it up. When you say shock to your system, I started thinking about Static Shock. Oh, man. Y'all gonna bring up that kind of conversation again. No way Canelo boxes. He's going to body Laura. Yep, definitely go to the body. That left hook downstairs to the body, and he wants to press the action and keep up in his face all night. If he tries to outbox Laura, Loco, he will lose the fight.
Yeah, all right. I'm checking
Tommy,
out
you gotta establish that jab with Laura, man. You gotta try to box. You can't be so close.
See what's going on here. Wow, I'm picking up some Twitter subscribers too.
Yeah, follow Arachnid on Twitter if you haven't already. YouTube, oh, not Twitter.com/Arachnid. So.
Yeah, you guys should follow me on there because I say some controversial shit. I say some real shit on my Twitter.
But he's got all those hollow children right now.
Yeah. Well, no, I'm real people. I'm usually not controversial, but the whole 4th of July thing, I was going to make a video about it and then didn't because I was so swamped with other videos to make. But I'd like to point out that, you know, every year, the 4th of July, when you take a look at the independence that different people in this country have, I mean, 4th of July isn't the country's independence. I mean, nobody was free in this country on 4th of July except, you know, privileged white males. I mean, you talk about the women's suffrage movement. We're talking 1919. The women still can't vote. I mean, you had Native Americans in this country. This is their country, and they didn't get to be citizens until 1924. African-American males, not even the women. It was 1870. They were finally given the right to vote, but they weren't given full voting rights, and they said your vote has to count as a percentage of a white man's vote. I mean, so you do have different milestones in this country, and then you talk about the LGBTQ community, and they're kind of still pending with their rights. Hopefully they get them. But, I mean, you got to look at 4th of July and say, listen, you had a bunch of white men, and they didn't want to be slaves to King George over there in Great Britain, but at the same time, they had slaves in this country. So, you know, look at 4th of July with a grain of salt. By the way, 4th of July might not have actually happened or Independence Day might not have actually been 4th of July. It might have been August 2nd of 1776 instead of July 4th. But, you know, so I put that tweet out and people are like, you asshole, that was everyone's independence. No, it fucking wasn't. Anyway. There's the history lesson for the day.
Yeah, no Batman, no Static Shock tonight, Marvel. But that's a great history lesson, some great factual information from the younger Arachnid. So, I'm definitely going to try to keep working the body tonight. Good point, last 2 Canelo fights, he was wasted by the 8th. Yeah, he doesn't have good stamina. I mentioned that in the post-fight interviews that I've done. He does not have good stamina. The Trout fight, you can tell he was tired by the end of the fight. Mayweather, everybody could tell he was tired. And even in the Angulo fight, you can tell he was starting to get tired. Just Pedro could not continue on with that fight. I think it was a good stoppage.
I mean, you talk about conditioning, and I've talked about this before.
Oh, here it comes.
No,
you can't mention condition about Arachnid because he will break down the importance to you.
But I'm just saying, people keep telling me that Pacquiao's washed up and he's old and doesn't have it, but his conditioning, to me, he's got some of the best conditioning in boxing. This guy looks the same in round 12 as he does in round 1.
Yeah, fighters like Bernard Hopkins look like that. Mayweather always looks fresh regardless of the situation. Pacquiao always looks fresh. Chris Algieri looked really good in this fight against Provodnica. Last 2 rounds he started to get a little tired, but
because you know what the problem is, and you'll see this sometimes. You go to gyms, and not necessarily boxing gyms, but weightlifting gyms, and they have that. It's a boxing room rather. There's no ring. There's just like a timer, and you go in there and you hit the bag and you watch the clock. And you see these guys, and they're hitting the bag. They're not really playing defense. The footwork's not there, but they think they're doing like full boxing conditioning. So already they're not. But then they say, well, that was 10 rounds I just trained for. It's like, no, a good conditioned boxer is training for 30 rounds.
Exactly. Look at Rocky Marciano. He used to train for 20 rounds with 5 minutes each.
Yeah. That's right. Who is that? Samuel L., my boy over there?
That was not intentional. Yeah, I should get a soundboard for this.
Yeah,
thing,
you
though.
should. The whole soundboard.
All right, so hit the comment section real quick. Let me know what's going on in there, Arachnid. I'm gonna make sure
well,
everybody's still being involved.
You got Loco saying he can't imagine a life without the Fight Night game, because he actually had a video where he was talking about hoping that the server didn't go off.
Yeah, I mean, Loco's back, and Loco can't. This is Loco's game, man. He doesn't like any other game. This is the game for Loco. I mean, for me, I was just talking about how annoyed I was getting with the game. So that was playing the subs and playing great fighters like Dave the Rip when the sim fighters. I don't know. It kind of restores my faith in this game just a tad bit. Same way my Fight Night Loco just to the wheels fall off. Same here. I'm a rider to the Dave falls off.
That was
yeah,
Dave's
Mayweather
video.
can't be touched. Okay.
Yeah.
I'm tired of people saying that Mayweather can't be touched. Marcos Maidana clearly could touch him. He can lay hands on Mayweather. The fact Maidana wasn't conditioned like a Rocky Marciano was the only reason that he lost that fight. Anybody who clearly watched that fight can tell you Maidana won the first 6 rounds of that. Well, not the first 6 rounds. He won 4 out of the first 6 rounds. And then he started to get tired. If he could keep that up all night, like a Pacquiao could, or somebody who has really great conditioning, Mayweather would have easily lost that fight. The way to beat a boxer like that is to pressure him. He has great defense, but there's not much you can do when you're being pressed up against the ropes like that. And then he wanted to cry to Tony Weeks at almost every single second of the fight, talking about, he's hitting me in my hips, You couldn't do this in an old school fight. If that was a 15-round fight back in the old days where the referee wasn't really breaking people up like that, he would have definitely lost that fight. But you gotta respect Mayweather's chin, his heart, and his ability to sneak in some good body shots and take the fight into the later rounds, and then use that accuracy, use that straight right hand, a couple of good counters, and come back and win the fight.
Yeah. All right, so you've got Loco clearing up his statement. What video was that? Somebody's video. I guess it might have been one of your videos where Loco had the comment earlier in the week about UFC, and now he's clearing it up and saying, that he does, I'm trying to read this. He does love MMA, but he hates that it's overshadowed Fight Night Champion when boxing is a way more graceful sport, he's saying. I mean, to me, there's a whole sweet science involved with MMA. The thing I love about MMA is that I've been watching MMA back since people in the United States don't even know this shit, and it's always like, really, you guys don't know this? MMA started out as a division of professional wrestling, and in Japan, it still is a division of professional wrestling, and you have professional wrestling and MMA on the same shows and hybrids. And Antonio Inoki, the same guy that started New Japan Pro Wrestling, also was behind Pride and Dream, and now the Inoki Genome MMA Federation and wrestling organization. I mean, this goes all the way back to 1982, I believe, with the UWF, which was the first MMA organization / pro wrestling. In the 90s, early on, you had the UWFI. And it's just like, I like the fact that, here's a division of pro wrestling that's become its own sport. Almost like when you would watch ECW and you had the hardcore division of wrestling, and that became all ECW was. You have the cruiserweight division, and that was kind of the launch for, TNA Impact Wrestling. Like, that's what I love about it, and the ground game and the history. And UFC is not an organization that I watch, but MMA as a whole is a sport that I absolutely love. So
Yeah, definitely some great points there. I saw some things in the comment section I'm gonna address real quick. Yeah, you definitely have to frustrate Canelo whenever you fight against him. Ooh, ooh, damn it! I should have went for the uppercut. But no, Jafter, you haven't missed anything big. You did miss your chance to fight. I was waiting for you, but you weren't on stream or you weren't on PlayStation. So you missed your spot in line to get in a fight. It was my video. Okay,
yeah,
it was Dave's video where that
Dave's
comment was
video.
like.
Yeah.
Comment needs to box on the outside more than establish that jab. Yeah, definitely with Laura, you don't want to be fighting on the inside. You got to use the jab and you got to make him come forward. When you see me, I'm just being patient. I'm really trying to either keep the fight in the center of the ring or, you know, I'll let him work first and I'll try to get off a jab when I can.
Now we got to talk about something because I heard you're getting into the ring with Cain Velasquez next week. You've been training in MMA. You've been going hard. You think you're ready for it. You think you're up to the task. I mean, he outweighs you, but you told me that the weight's not going to be a factor, that you feel you can take him. So, I mean, why aren't we talking about this fight that's coming up? Fight Night's Finest versus Cain Velasquez.
What nonsense are you bringing up? Okay, the great Bernard Hopkins does believe that power does not transfer with weight. But I'm not stepping in there with no Cain Velasquez. Right now I'm just working on conditioning myself. And I think I'm actually gonna stop so I can get my nutrition and conditioning together at the same time. But I'm not gonna do one without the other, so.
Yeah, let me run down some of the nutrition here just for anybody who's interested in doing any kind of training. You basically, if you're looking to put on muscle, you need to have at least 1.5 grams of protein per pound of body weight per day. You're also going to need the carbs for energy. I mean, some people don't need it. They can get it from the protein or from, you know, healthy fat. And you also need the calories, which is why some guys, they're killing themselves at the gym lifting weights and they're not growing. It's because you might be getting the protein, you're not getting the calories. Now, even if you're not lifting weights, you're still kind of tearing your muscles. You're doing damage, which is what happens when you lift things. And then you recover not when you're at the gym, but when you're in the kitchen eating or when you're asleep. So the nutrition is important for recovery, and especially when you're just starting out. I mean, I was telling Fight Night's Finest that people don't realize that the nutrition that's important for working out on Monday is the nutrition you took in on Sunday the night before. Today's nutrition is what you're going to feel at the gym tomorrow and recovering. So, you know, I'm a nutritionist, I'm a personal trainer, and I'm actually going to sit down, make a meal plan for Fight Night's Finest, so when he goes back to MMA, he's going to be ready. He's not going to be going in there sipping on that Code Red Mountain Dew like he did last time.
Yeah, it definitely wasn't one of my better ideas to do that on the first day. The second day actually went a lot better. I was able to get through the entire workout, but it really started to the upper body workouts. That's when I really started to struggle with the weight ball and, you know, slamming the weight ball on the floor, tossing up against the wall, and then, you know, doing some reps with that. We also had to do some push-ups that day after I was doing squats and everything else that came afterwards. But it's a great workout, man. And the thing that I really liked, and a lot of people is like, well, why don't you condition yourself? Why don't you do boxing first? Well, I think MMA fighters condition themselves better, because first of all, they're 5-minute rounds and you're not standing up the whole time. You're also on the ground. You got somebody on top of you, which also takes extra conditioning. So I feel like if you can, also the footwork that they do is a little bit different too. So if you can get yourself conditioned for that, then if you want to go ahead and switch to another sport, it might be a little bit easier. So I always wanted to do MMA training. So that's why I went with MMA training instead of boxing training first. Yeah. And, you know, I got a little bit of, you know, I know my basic boxing from my uncle teaching me, so.
But yeah, I mean, the Loco was talking about good carbs. I know people say that 1.5 grams of protein per pound of body weight is ridiculously high, but you know, people say, oh, you're going to ruin your kidneys and your body's going to shut down, and it's complete BS. It's not ridiculously high. If you're lifting and you're lifting to gain, that's not a ridiculous amount of protein. I mean, some people say you can go like 1.2 grams, and some people say you can go 2 grams of protein every day per pound of body weight. 2 grams is extremely high, and the difference between 1.5 and 2 grams is ridiculous. but it also helps your recovery.
Hold on. Get your chin checked. Man, that right uppercut, that counter power right uppercut from the lean back, from the little Ali gesture, leaning them, let them hit you a couple of times, and you set up a perfect counter. Sometimes you got to give something to come back with a harder one. That's that old school boxing method right there. But I saw somebody leave a comment about Provodnik. His head never cocks back when he gets hit, and that's because he got that thick neck and those thick shoulders. So that acts as a shock absorber. So his neck never goes back anywhere because he has that neck in order to stabilize his head and absorb the power from the blow.
Yeah.
I ate a plate of fries before my judo class. I nearly puked on the mats. Yeah, man, it's not a great idea to go in there eating junk. So the second day that I went back, I decided, I'll eat ahead of time. Yeah, it had some Wendy's, but at least it was 2 to 3 hours ahead of time, and also I had a lot of water that day too, so it was a bit better when I went there.
Yeah, and Loco, that's another really important thing, the water. You don't want to do any kind of training in anything if you're going in dehydrated. That's always a mistake, but Loco's talking about, you need good carbs, which is true. Some people don't need any carbs. Like the old school bodybuilding mentality was high protein and then very, very, very low carbs. And you can do that, and sometimes actually people either have the wrong carbs or their body's not going to give them energy from carbs. They're just going to get sleepy, but you kind of have to feel it out. For me, like, I will go extremely high carbs. I don't put on weight from the carbs. They just give me energy. When I talk about carbs, I'm talking about, healthy things. In the morning, having the oatmeal. I'm talking about fruits and vegetables. I'm not talking about having just, those like white bread croissants with the butter in them.
Yeah.
I
was concentrating on the match. Sorry I didn't get your follow-up there.
Okay. Yeah, but there was a wrestler years ago, Hot Stuff Eddie Gilbert, who suffered a really bad neck injury and decided that he was going to keep wrestling. And every time I've ever seen any of his later matches, it's painful because I know every time he gets slammed, his neck is killing him. He actually could not... he decided that what he would do so he would not get paralyzed in the ring, as if this would protect him, but he would just never turn his head. He would always tense up his neck muscles, so when you see him getting punched, how other guys turn their head, he would turn his whole body. When he got slammed, he would get slammed flat. It was a very interesting thing to watch, but he was so passionate about the sport and didn't feel like going home yet, so that's what happened.
Throw him off with some head. Throw him off with head.
Yeah. Man, I love Wendy's. So yeah, I don't know. A lot of people start with boxing. Somebody else said that. Who said it was like bad idea? Okay, he was talking about that. I'm gonna get on a diet after I'm done with fasting. Okay, man, that's a good idea.
Yeah.
You cleanse your body with the fasting, and then you keep up the good habits with a good diet, good healthy diet. Let's talk about this match though for a second. Kami, he's fighting a decent fight, but he needs to do some things different. One, when you're using a fighter like Arizlan Lara, you gotta fight how he does in real life. He needs that jab and he needs that right hook. That's what he needs in order to, really get some good things going. Against the Philly Shell, which is one of the main reasons I have this advantage though, is you need to use the uppercut downstairs to the body. So maybe like a jab uppercut would be a good combination for him. Double hooks upstairs to the head works good against against Philly Shell users. See that side step right uppercut he's been hitting me with recently. That also works well. And his stamina, if you look at his body language, is not up to par. So that's the main reason I'm pressuring him now, and I'm trying to end the fight, because you used all that energy trying to finish me off in the beginning of the fight instead of trying to box, which is what I was doing. I wasn't overexhausting myself of going in with some crazy combinations of just taking my time and just boxing. So if he did that, he would be in a better position now. It's kind of a little late to work the body, but that's another thing a lot of people fear when they go orthodox versus Philly Shell, is that they don't go for the head enough. They go to the body because they figure it's easier to land. But if you put together multiple combinations and just watch out for the side steps, you can land some good shots on Philly users upstairs for the head.
Well, I mean, you have that strategy where people will go in balls to the wall, like we've talked about in round one, not have much of a feeling out process. And if they've been successful doing that, they'll really exert themselves in the first round. Unfortunately, without that feeling out process, if you're in the ring with the guy for the first time and you try to go balls to the wall, and then it's maybe round 3 when you realize, hey, not much is connecting and my stamina's gone. I'm down to, 85% stamina, 70% stamina. Now you're screwed because you realize you don't have much in the tank and the other guys played defense. It's not even that he tried to rope-a-dope. You pretty much rope-a-doped yourself. And now if it goes 10 rounds, you're screwed. Your guy's going to have his hands in his pockets. You're going to hear him gasping soon.
Get him in this round. Okay, you're doing good.
King Rosie, what's up, man? Welcome to the stream.
Very good.
I'm researching him tonight. Researching who? Paragnica, or are you talking about Ebro? Also, you made a good, valid point about that, about people going balls to the wall in the beginning of the fight. I mean, if you got power, you can do what Mike Tyson did. But then, if it doesn't work out, it doesn't work out. So, you don't go out there, especially if you was fighting like a guy like Jake LaMotta, you want to come out there, think you're going balls to the wall and it's going to work, because he's not going anywhere. Some fighters just aren't going anywhere, and people don't understand that whether they're playing a game or if you're watching a sport. Some of the strategies people come up with aren't good just because of that.
Yeah, Jabbar's asking if he can ask a question. I think what he means to say is, can he ask another question, because the question, can I ask a question, is a question. But yes, you can ask a second question, Jabbar.
Jabbar, you can ask anything. Whatever you want to say, man. Use the white fang find. It's, okay, I'll go with the right uppercut, left hook. I think it's the left uppercut, right hook. It's the left hook, right uppercut, if I'm not mistaken. No. Either that or was the uppercut first and then he brought the left. Yeah, it was the right uppercut first, left hook up top. So I'll try to finish him with that, I guess.
I think we saw.
Damn.
Yeah.
Okay, he's just gonna drop from whatever now. Okay, but I'll try to get that finish for you, man. My boy Red Eye Jedi on his stream last night, man, he was taking requests and he was able to finish. I think the first fight, Arachne wanted to see a Juji Katami, finished with that, and then I asked for a fight with Anderson Bigfoot Silva, and I wanted to see that chin check right uppercut finish, and he was able to do it. Boris Zangief, I think it's in April. Yup, he definitely is. Who you fighting, bro? I'm fighting subs tonight, King Rosen. So Marble's next, and then it's Loco, and then I gotta get a rematch in with Dave because of the flash knockout. Thanks, man. I'm glad you appreciate what's going on. Now, I know Arachnid's over there. He's up there watching TNA. He's enjoying himself right now. So if you don't hear him every once in a while, it's because he's trying to concentrate. He's trying to take those notes for his Thursday night throwdown, which is in the top right-hand corner of your screen. The debut of Vader on Throwdown. Now, I'm not going to tell you what happened, but you got to get there and you got to see what happens, because it doesn't last long. That's the only thing I'm going to say. YouTube.com/ArachnidSoul. If you haven't subscribed to him already, please go ahead and do so. He's a great co-host on my channel all the time. So, he pays a lot of tribute to what he does on the stream. So it would be only great if you guys go ahead and return the favor for me. That's my way of kind of repaying him for all the stuff that he does, whether it's the graphics you see on the screen. I can't do a goddamn thing with graphics, but Arachnid was able to get the graphics done for me and put them well on the screen. So please subscribe to him if you haven't already.
Yes, and I thank you for that plug. Also follow me on Twitter at ArachnidSoul. But man, Vader, I'm not going to spoil anything, but he put together a nice little combo there too in his match.
Yeah, that's true as well. Thanks, Kami. Great fight to you too as well.
Yeah, so
I'm watching Canelo versus Laura. I got Canelo for the fight. Dragonfish blow. Look at these references. Plus, you have to calm down. Might have to put Loco on timeout.
No, okay. Let me address this right now, because Jabbar's asking me, Arachnid Soul, since you're a wrestling fan, have you subscribed to that WWE network? The answer is No.
No, no. The answer
listen
is
to me.
hell no for Arachnid.
I am a wrestling fan. I do not watch WWE. I haven't seen any WWE in 10 years. I don't know who wrestles there. I don't know what they're doing. I don't, I know it's crazy. I probably watched 26 different wrestling organizations from all over the world. WWE is not one of them. I don't watch it. I won't watch it. I won't pay for it. I won't watch it free. I ignore it. It doesn't exist to me.
Oh,
so
God.
no, I do not watch the WWE network.
What is that, 124?
And also, Loco is Loco just noticed the subtitle of the stream, so he was wondering. You went into it already, but I guess he wasn't here. Why is the title of the stream what it is?
I was talking about the 3 type of opponents that you get online, and how it was really just how I was just getting annoyed with it. Fight Night Online, Pan, Raccoon, Uchiha. Okay, you're after Loco, so Akeem, I didn't forget about you fighting me. Just tell me if you can fight me. Yeah, I can definitely fight you. It's just you gotta wait in the line. Okay, I'm gonna break down. I want to try to UFC. I need a mentor. I know Relapse earlier in the stream was saying he will mentor people, so you can always check his channel out. Sakuraba puts out some great tutorials. Red Eye Jedi always has a tip for the day, and also your boy 592 has some great tips and great videos to learn from as well. So those are the guys that you need to check out for UFC if you're looking for a UFC mentor. I'll go Pacquiao.
Well, and by the way, if you guys are ever up at like 4 a.m., 5 a.m. in the morning Eastern Standard Time, that's usually when Red Eye Jedi is doing his Twitch stream and playing some UFC. And generally, I'm either up late working on stuff, or I get up, early and have to work on stuff, and I will watch that.
I guess you got the glitch.
Oh.
Go ahead, though.
No, I was gonna say, it's kind of sad because I recorded a 7 Days to Die video. I've got it set up. It's gonna be on my channel live like Saturday morning, early Saturday morning, like almost Friday night, Saturday morning. And it's sad because they did a complete overhaul of the game. It was a brilliant game. They've made it even better. But what you're gonna see in that video, and I didn't know because this happened before they did the overhaul, but that's the last time you're gonna see me in that cave. It's the last time you're gonna see a lot of the stuff. They upped the graphics and a lot of the textures and added new thing. People don't know what the hell I'm talking about.
I don't even know what you're talking about.
What game? But they don't even know what game I'm talking about. Like, what is he talking about?
Yeah, what game are you talking about?
Was talking about 7 Days to Die, available on Steam, but I guess I'll change that. Sorry, it's not a big game where they have a lot of marketing to where everyone's heard of it. There's Red Eye. We just talked about him, gave him that plug.
There he is, Red Eye. Ooh, I guess this is fair. But welcome to the stream, Red Eye. Oh, wait till you guys see the intro that Red Eye Jedi made for me. He redone the intro. My boy Multi Styles hooked me up with a theme song for the channel, exclusive theme song for the channel. Whenever he sends me that video, whenever we get that video going, me and Arachnid's gonna do a special commentary. I haven't consulted him about it yet, but I'm sure he's on part with it. And besides, he can't say no now that he's on the stream. Everybody's expecting it, Arachnid. So guys, get ready for tomorrow's video.
Yeah, man, you just gotta talk to my people, and if that check clears, we're all good. But yeah, anyway, I see Red Eye there. Red Eye should not be in here because he's supposed to be watching Impact with that new 6-sided ring. They're trying to de-Hoganize that league, if you will.
De-Hoganized.
Yeah, Hogan did not like that 6-sided ring. He's like, what the hell is this? But now, Hogan's gone. They got the ring back. All right. Yeah, but Red Eye, we got to get Red Eye on that 7 Days to Die as well. I know we're going to have Dave on there, so it's especially fun now that I'm living in an actual house. was telling Fight Night, I started playing multiplayer with this guy. He's like, the cave's cool, man, but let me show you how to take... It's not even a house. We took a police station. There was all sorts of guns in there and ammo. He's like, let me show you how to fortify this place, set up traps, board up the windows. Let me show you how to really take this place and make it secure. So I'm working on that, having an awesome time.
Yeah, that game looks amazing, though. If you guys haven't seen Arachnid's 7-Day dive video, all you gotta do is check out his channel, man. And we've been giving this man multiple plugs. He's a new commentator. Y'all know this already. All of you watching the stream right now should be subbed to him if you haven't already.
Oh, okay. Red Eye's getting it on DVR. All right, cool. But yeah, I mean, I see, Fight Night. There's a freedom, is what I'm trying to tell you, that you might experience if you branch out a little bit, because I know there's other games you like, League and, you know, maybe 7 Days to Die or whatever, that you're gonna feel so good when you put up some of those videos, and yeah, maybe they won't have the most likes or views or whatever, but over time you're gonna see, okay, I'm still doing the boxing fans are staying here. It's not that I've taken away the boxing, I've just added other stuff that I like, and you're gonna have other people come in, and you know, and then you're gonna see that you're gonna have people in the chat room when you do the live stream, just like that guy said, Mr. Rifle, and they're gonna say, you know, I'm not really a boxing fan, but I like the personality, so that's why I'm here.
Yeah, that's definitely true. You gotta start branching out to some other things. I saw FightNightsFinest just on and slapped on the DVR.
Yeah.
Oh, come on. I mean, y'all don't have to just come. You can catch it afterwards. I mean, I appreciate the support there, Red Eye. Man, I'm telling you, if you guys haven't seen the streams, man, it's been great.
Yeah.
You're Australian, King Rose. That's crazy, man. So
yeah.
Time zones are different. Play as Laura. Okay, I'll play as Laura on the next fight. Try to get that jab working.
I want to say Australia is 19 hours ahead of my time zone, so we've got him, we've got Belgium, they're 9 hours ahead. See, I know where it is everywhere in the world because I've got commerce. You know, I got little doings I can't talk about, so I know what time it is everywhere. But what part of Australia do you live in? You live out east? And the nice part, you live like in that middle kind of western part where it's just desert and you got those spiders, those funnel webs. I kind of see arachnid, so I like spiders. I like the funnel webs, even though I've never actually seen one. I like how they kind of stand up in front, put those horns up when they get pissed off. Like they have a boxing stance, but it's like that. Yeah, they do. If you ever see them, they got a boxing stance. They put their hands up and like they're ready to go. Almost like if you see a praying mantis, how they put their hands up and they've got that named after them, that mantis kung fu stance. And they just snap that. They don't do a lot, like they don't have a lot of punches. They can come with like hooks and they can come with jabs. They don't have
man,
like
you gotta love that auto shutdown. I swear to God, some of the stuff that happens on this game. That automatic shutdown. You've seen it first. It hasn't happened in a long time. I almost forgot that's one of the problems that occurred with Fight Night Champion. That automatic shutdown has made its way back.
Oh, really?
Yup. So you guys are going to see a blue screen instead of the normal black one. But I'm going to try to get my PlayStation back on.
That's what I always say, Red Eye, that I'm a citizen of the world. But that's why I don't look at things in like a nationalistic American point of view. Like let me, and by the way, I got to thank Rose for getting back to me. He's in Melbourne, Australia. But this is the difference between Arachnid Soul and a lot of people who have a nationalistic idea. They'll say like, oh, it's horrible that the United States is using drones on people. And I'm right there with them. I completely agree. I'm like, this is horrible. And as I talk to them, I realize their problem isn't that the United States is using drones. They're fine if the United States is using drones, especially if they're using them on brown people in other countries. You know, their problem is that the drones might be used on United States citizens somewhere. See, me, I think of people as people. I'm a citizen of the world. Every life matters. I don't care if you're American or, you know, Arab or what you are. So that's the difference.
Now I gotta fix everything back. This sucks. Rob D, man, what's up? If you guys ever hear those beats in the back of my videos, man, that's the man to go to. He has some of the best beats on YouTube. Period. That slick style, that style, man, that he brings, the little jazzy hip hop flow that he has on his instrumentals.
Yeah,
that's the #1 guy to go to for an instrumental. Rob D, his channel link is in the description as well. That's my main man for music.
Yeah,
it just
I know.
ends. No, it didn't end. Is the stream still going, Arachnid?
It's a blue screen for me still, but it'll be back. I think it's like that old 1982 blue screen. Now we're back. Looked like we were waiting for you to put in the ET VHS or the Betamax tape.
Yeah, that's for my capture card. From the Roxio. I'm not using OBS right now. I'm actually using XSplit. You're about to clock me with a jab.
Yeah, well, I mean, that's how it is, Loco. You know, if we're going to call a spade, the United States, when we go to war, we like to bomb brown people. And it's very easy to get the people in the country on board with it. For some reason, it's such a hard sell anytime the United States is going to go bomb white people. Like, it almost never whoa, that's ridiculous, Mr. President. We can't attack them, even though they're doing the same stuff. They're white. You know, it's like, no offense, but, you know, Putin can poke us all day long, but, you know, he's white, so we won't mess with him. But let a couple of Arab people set off some firecrackers in their front yard. We'll be quick to send a drone.
Okay, I think this whole political talk.
Yeah, all right, well, anyway.
Just a wee bit. Jesus,
anyway,
man.
I'm not anti anyone. I just think there should be some equality across the board, you know.
I hate when this happens. Now I gotta go ahead and fix all this nonsense. You set up the stream once so you don't have to mess with it again. But okay, so you're originally from LA, but now you're in Australia, so that's crazy. Yeah, Rob D, I'm sorry that the commute is so long. I know what it's like. Just for me to get to college is almost a two-hour commute. Sharing on my Facebook and Twitter. That's what's up, man. Thanks for the support. It's going. Yeah, we're back now. It was just a minor setback. We had one of those Fight Night Champions famous power shut down your entire PlayStation 3, unplug the cord from the back, and then then you can play again. And then I had to fix a couple of things with the stream quality, but we're good now.
You just have to teach your cat like a voice command to kick that cable out and plug it back in when that happens, so you don't have to reach back there.
Yeah, just tell Mims to come through now.
But yeah, you see, look at that. The people in the chat room agree with me. Marble and Keenan telling me I'm keeping it real, which I do. But this is the kind of stuff you can see on my Twitter more than you can see on my YouTube channel, where I generally don't talk about anything.
Yeah, that's definitely true. Yeah, like I said, follow that man. The Betamax.
Oh yeah.
It should be good now.
Yeah,
I fixed it.
It's back on now.
Let's see. God, Marble, do you mind if we keep like moving on to the next person in the fight line, because it's supposed to be a 2-hour stream and we haven't even gotten near to covering everybody. If so, we can go ahead and get in a fight with Loco, and then after that, Nabe's been waiting patiently, so we'll get in a fight with him.
Man, did you miss getting that Sly Cooper game?
No, I got it.
Because I just saw on the screen, it showed that they have Dead Space 2 now, which I still have Dead Space 1, which I went out and bought on the PlayStation, and then I found out, oh, but you can get the same game, and it looks better on the PC for free. I'm like, come on, why didn't you guys tell me that? But I put that game in, I'm like, nope. It's as scary as other games, but I like to be able to run. I like to be able to move. That's a scary game where you're stuck in a hallway. With some aliens. Nope. I'll play it again.
Okay, hold on. Fight Night, I want to know your thoughts on career mode's lack of depth. For me, it's like the career mode is almost a recurring process over and over again. You do the same thing. You climb up this easy ladder regardless to the stats, and however the stats are. I haven't really gone through the whole legacy mode. Okay, it's cool with with Marvel, so that's what's up. Jesse James Lahide, 140 pounds. Who do we got that can deal with that? There we go. Vinny pass. Why not? Jesus, what was I talking about, Arachnid?
You were talking about the lag. Now the career mode. I know you're not really a big fan of that.
There we go. Thanks. So with the career mode, it's kind of too boring because there's nothing different with it. You see games like now NBA 2K, how the story mode is, it has like little cutscenes in it. You think about Madden, the connected careers is pretty good. Ultimate Team mode, all these different things, and then you got Fight Night's little legacy mode where you fight the Olympic Games, and then afterwards you're supposed to be moving up in your career. The fights are pretty much planned for you. You got a 4 weeks before you can fight another fight. It doesn't really let you go for like old school rules where you can fight a fight every week. The conditioning and the athleticism training is pretty bad. The only thing that legacy mode is good for is if you don't want to buy the gold boosters, then you can go ahead and get the gold boosters from there. So legacy mode, I guess if you made it in terms of a YouTube video, you can get really creative with it, but legacy mode in the whole is just boring, and there's nothing to really unlock either, so it's not that fun.
I mean, that was the first thing I did when I got the game, and it was kind of fun because I did get to fight Ali like a month before he retired, and it was kind of cool, except the fact that instead of them getting, lower ranked independent fighters, which I'm sure would love to be in the game, and some of them would do it for free, the ones that wouldn't would ask for little to nothing, get some real people in the game. Instead of me fighting all these people, I would fight like 15 different created guys in Legacy, and they all had different names and stats, but they all had the same picture. It's like, yeah, so they could have worked on some stuff. Also, when you do those little promotional things and you do the thing where like you're gonna put the oversized gloves on to go get your name out there, it's like you could at least have a picture, if not a little video clip or something.
Yeah, the legacy mode just didn't have enough for me. I know my boy Rob D did a little playthrough of the legacy mode.
Yeah, I mean, I enjoyed the legacy mode, but I'd never played a Fight Night game before, and I was like, oh, this is cool.
I thought round 3s was better.
Yeah, see, maybe if I had played round 3 and had something to compare Champion to, I might have been disappointed by what Fight Night Champions did.
And I hear legacy mode is the same on Fight Night Champion as it is in round 4, so.
Well, I mean, there was a very similar legacy mode. EA Sports made that original EA MMA game, and there was a legacy mode there, but the online was so good. Legacy was nice, but oh my god, I'm not even gonna talk about online. I'm pissed off that they haven't copied that online and put it into like every online game.
Like you said, not every game needs an online mode.
Yeah. Well, I know when you start out on there, though, you do the amateur fights and you got the headgear on, you're just trying to win off points.
That was the Olympics? I think so. I'm not exactly sure. Laura Hart, yeah, it's supposed to be like the Olympics. Just like how they had the amateur games in the story mode in the beginning with Andre Bishop, it's pretty much the same thing. Laura Hartfully uses the jab against Canelo and does not let Alvarez get him on the ropes with those body shots. It's gonna happen. Like, I think it's inevitable. If he fights the way Pedro did, and like I said, Canelo does have better defense. He's a little bit more technically better than him, and his power is, I think he hits harder than Angulo does. So I just see Canelo taking this fight if he fights the right style. If he fights the wrong style, then yeah, he's gonna get fucked up. Fight night, you're gonna watch the fight on the 26th. Yes, I'm watching the Tyson Fury fight on the 26th. I watch all the boxing fights for the most part. Some things I just don't do a post-fight review. But what I'm going to start doing, or the direction I really want to take this channel in, is not so much everything being Fight Night Champion gameplay related, but I also want to talk more about real boxing, and I can have the match in the background afterwards and explain the gameplay, or explain what it was that I was doing. And talk a little bit of boxing. Maybe I don't like doing the simulation videos when people have the computer AI, which is already terrible in this game. And Fight Night Champion is like the worst sport game in terms of AI. Like the computer AI on the game just sucks. It doesn't even challenge you. On 2K14, at least the what is it called? I think it's Hall of Fame, or either that is the greatest of all time, or whatever it may be. At least that's a bit challenging. Madden's AI is just crazy when you put it on all. I think it's what is it, all Madden. Those are the type of. Damn it! I'm ruining my commentary for tomorrow. I'm not even gonna say no more on it.
Yeah.
But
I mean, I thought that you were gonna transition away from Fight Night Champion, and you were gonna become an exclusively Wii Sports boxing channel.
Oh my God!
Little cartoon
Where you be getting your stuff from?
I mean, I read this on the internet, so I just figured it was true.
Let me explain this to you. Arachnid's that one reporter that nobody wants to get an interview about, because either he's gonna bring up something that is like, no, that's something he read off the Onion, or it's gonna be just that information that's irrelevant.
Well, I mean, listen, I read it off the internet. I didn't see anybody like put their name on it, but I saw it on the internet. I figured it was true. Everybody knows that what you see on the internet is true. Legally, they're not allowed to lie to you or make any falsehoods up on the internet. That's how we know that people are running around as lizard people and that the moon doesn't exist, because you read it on the internet. It's got to be true.
Let's see some defense and more punches.
Does anyone else get salty every time they pass Young Foreman? God, EA sucks. I actually seen Young Foreman one time, and that's when I played with Rhythmworks. He actually has the young George Foreman, but he just never uses him. He was gonna let me download him from him, but that never happened. I'll be using them all the time just to be getting on people's nerves.
Why don't you have a younger James Toney?
James Toney's not even in the game, unfortunately.
No, I mean your created fighter.
What about him?
Because there's like the younger James Toney when he was like smaller, more cut up, and then he got a little older and he put on some weight. But
yeah, I got that one.
I haven't seen you use the younger one though.
Always use the younger one. I fight like middleweight.
That looks like the older one to me. They should have cut him up a little bit more.
I mean, he wasn't that cut. He was always had that soft body for the most part. He's like that Triple H. Your boy who's going to be in that WWE 2K15 game.
He wasn't shredded, but he was more cut up. Like his midsection was smaller, I guess what I'm trying to say.
Oh, okay. Fuck. That was a nice counter. Local's putting in some good work right now.
Yeah, I think we got King Rose saying that he hopes EA eventually makes another Fight Night game on the next-gen consoles and focuses on the great story. Like, I kind of feel like they need to focus on the boxing story. Like, you can almost like how Grand Theft Auto 5, like they came later with the online mode. Like, you could do something with that. You could bring out another Fight Night champion on the next-gen consoles and say, you know what, listen, we've just spent all of our time on the boxing mechanics. That's all we've worked on. There's no other modes, but we promise if you get the game, you can go online, you can, you know, fight the AI offline if you want to, play people on. That's all we got, but it's the most amazing sim boxing with the most realistic sound effects. It doesn't sound like you're punching like a raw T-bone steak in the back of a kitchen somewhere. It doesn't sound like you're kicking a cardboard box or a vacuum cleaner when you hit a guy in the gut. And if you stay with us, maybe a month from now, we will release story mode. That's what they need to do. They should not focus, in my opinion, on story mode at launch with that game.
Don't get careless.
Yeah, definitely. They need to focus on gameplay mechanics. Screw the story. I think that's the main reason why Champion sucks so bad in terms of game mechanics. If you look at, I think Fight Night Round 3 is better mechanically than Fight Night Champion is. First of all, how do you put defense, which is one of the most important things? They teach you defense before you learn offense in boxing when you're training boxing. How do you put defense to a mere button? It's not right. Head movement doesn't even work. Head movement doesn't work. Oh, I'm getting fucked up.
Yeah, but
okay, we're gonna have to change that. But you can't put defense to a button. That's wrong. And the fact that they did the same thing kind of with EA UFC, when I asked Red Eye about that last night, I was kind of just like, oh, so it still takes no skill. It takes absolutely no skill to play defense on this game.
Well, I mean, okay, so here's the thing. And by the way, King Rose, I don't have a PlayStation 4 because the thing is I have a PlayStation 3, and I decided to instead go with the next-gen console to go with the next-gen console.
Oh my God, here it comes.
Just get a PC. I'm sorry. I've always been a console guy, but I'm loyal to quality, not tradition. And I have to admit, my PC is kicking the Xbox One, PS4's asses. Anyway, like I was saying though, I think that there is something to be said for, you know, having all the different buttons for defense and everything. But I can tell you, as being a guy who played EA MMA back in the day, if they have that same system in the new UFC game, like, I like that system. Yeah, it was one button, but you did have the parrying, you had the blocking, you had the ability to open up your palms and actually catch blows. You could block low, you could block high. Also, you've got bringing your shins up to try to, you know, protect your knees and block your legs. So, I mean, it does work, and at the same time, you have a modifier, or you did on the old game, I don't know, but you have a modifier which you want to block high, do you want to block low, do you want to block legs, upper body, head. Now, you might not see that from looking at a lot of people play it, but if they've done the same thing they did in the old EA MMA game, that should still all be there.
Yeah, I like the round 3 system best in terms of defense. I don't know why people want to see Floyd in the game, because I say this every time somebody mentions Floyd Mayweather being in the game. Listen, all you're going to see is a bunch of people trying to pick Floyd Mayweather and don't know how to play defense, because if you make the game still and realistic, the shoulder roll is so much harder to pull off than most people know about. So people having to learn that shoulder roll defense, and they're just getting dropped with Mayweather left and right. Either that, or you're going to have the people out there who say I'm Mayweather and start running circles around the ring because they don't actually realize that he fights every single type of style in his boxing style. He fights on the outside, he counterpunches, he pressures and uses inside fighting. If you haven't seen this match versus Miguel Cotto, that's a clear indication of what it is that he does in the fight right there. He even did it against Canelo, where he was pressing Canelo and he put Canelo up against the ropes, and he actually was jabbing him and hit him with a jab right hook combination and hit him with the straight right hand, duck underneath and catch him with a left hook. He does it all. But yet, a lot of people think, oh, I'm Mayweather because I fight defensive and I run around the ring. A lot of people also don't realize that Mayweather blocks a lot of punches, but most of these guys here, they do this.
Well, I mean, a lot of people also, for whatever reason, think that Mayweather is a knockout artist, and he's not. So they're going to be, the other half of the people are going, I got Mayweather. He's known for knocking people out. No, he's not, but hey, he's known for knocking people out. So they're going to go balls to the wall, and then they're probably going to complain when he can't drop people all in the first round. But,
yeah, if you made it really accurate, I'm telling you right now.
Yeah, but anyway, Kamikaze, like, I still like the consoles that I have. It's just a matter of, when I look at the Xbox One and the PlayStation 4, like, they're trying to sell themselves all on PC stuff now. Like, a lot of the games they're bringing over are inferior ports, and they're making you charge 4 times the price for them, and you can't mod them. And then the other stuff they're talking about, I see some of these Xbox One commercials, and they're like, hey, would you like to be able to party chat or do Skype or watch Netflix or watch NFL games? All of the stuff you can do on the PC, and actually for less money. It's like, there's no reason for me to buy one of those consoles. Like, I'm at the point now, and I was telling FightNightsFinest this a couple of weeks ago, when I watched like the E3 press conferences, and I saw all of the games I want are already out on the PC and better than they will be on the console. And people were making fun of Nintendo, and I'm not a big Nintendo fan, even though I used to love Nintendo. But I'm like, they're making their own stuff, and it's exclusive stuff that I can't get on a console. So I would probably get a Wii U, which doesn't even sound right coming out of my mouth. But if they brought the price down, I'd probably get that next-gen console, if you can call it that. Just because that's the place I can go to get stuff that I can't already get on the PC.
Yeah, he is becoming a PC elitist. Definitely, you gotta watch out for him. What's up, Legend? Welcome to the stream, man. My boy, I am Legend 251. They did the exact same thing with EA UFC Fight Night. Yeah, I can't, man. I can't with that defense system. If you make the game realistic and you make it simulation, trust me, a lot of people won't be playing the game because a lot of people won't take the time out in order to learn how to play the game. Have you ever done a stream with Ken, as I see some YouTubers do this, or do you ever plan on doing this? And have you still got Fight Night Round 4 to do a live stream on? I don't have Fight Night Round 4. I've never played it. I'm not exactly sure what that comment was supposed to be saying, though. I think it was round 3 that had one of the best defense styles. Hold R1 and move the right stick to block each kind of punch. Yeah, it was people who could play defense, and then the fuckboys who couldn't play defense who get on here all of a sudden, and you got them saying I'm Mayweather. You realize that, you know, you take them back to round 3, most of them guys cannot play defense. That's just the honest truth behind it.
Yeah, but also let me say this about being a PC elitist. By the way, that word elite gets such a bad connotation to it, and to me, I'm not a PC elitist, but I like to think that elite's a good thing. I mean, you send in the elite fighting force, right? You go to a heart surgeon, you want to go to the elite heart surgeon. You know, of course, if you're black in this country and you're president, they'll call you an elitist if they find out that you read books. In any case, but when we talk about my computer, like, it costs less than an Xbox One. I play a lot of the games with the controller, and I've got the HDMI cable, so I'm playing it on my TV screen, not my computer monitor. My controller is just like a PlayStation or Xbox controller, so, you know, and then when I go and play PlayStation 3, it's not like I've got to relearn anything because it's the same controller, which is why you'll see me slap around some people like FightNightsFinest on different games. Oh god, here it comes. No, you can mute this next part, Fight Night. You should just focus on the boxing. But, like, you know, when I take it to FightNightsFinest on League of Legends, I'm just saying I can then take it to him.
Now he's definitely lying.
I'm just saying I can get on and take it to him on, like, Call of Duty Ghosts, is all I'm saying. Which I've never played, though. I'm sure I could.
Anyway, Arachnid with his challenges. I think he's 1-0 in terms of challenges right now, but that's because he won't see me on games that I play. Mayweather's my favorite boxer overall. Here's why. He has ability, knowledge, plus physical ability. He can counter or be aggressive, and he has been on top of his game for over 17 years. I agree. Maidana versus Mayweather 2 should be good. If Maidana's running right now in order to train for that fight, and he brings that same level of aggression, well, he's going to have some trouble, unless if Floyd, like he's been saying, he's only let Maidana do that just because he wanted to make the fight entertaining. Either way, it's going to be an entertaining fight. Their styles just conflict, and it's that good old inside fighter versus the boxer match. So
now
it's going to be a great match.
I gotta tell King Rose, because I don't know if he's asking me or asking you. Maybe you can clarify which one you're talking about, Rose. But he's saying, what do you use to record your gameplay? Now, FightNightsFinest prefers the Pinnacle Dazzle.
Oh my god, why are you recommending that kind of nonsense to my subscribers?
I'm just saying, you know, you go out, it's, what is it, like, probably pick it up for $20 at this point. It'll look like you've recorded your footage on Potato. But if anybody has a time machine and they go back and they watch that footage in, like, you know, 2002, that'll look really good to them. It's just for anybody who doesn't have a time machine and they're watching it in 2014, you're going to want to get either the Elgato or Avermedia, Bandicam, Fraps if you're on the PC. If it dazzles, don't mess with it. That's what I always say. If
it's called the pinnacle of anything, you don't mess with it.
No. If it's easy, don't mess with it.
Right? If it's diamond of any kind, you don't mess with it.
No. There are certain names that... Okay, let me put it to you this way. This is a giveaway. If they promote themselves by saying you can record game footage and you can also record footage off your VCR, don't mess with it.
That's a good way to put it. Gonna get that yellow cable. That yellow, white, and red, man. Alright, but let me, in terms of capture card software, right now I'm streaming with the Rockfield HD Pro. Don't buy this capture card. The main reason, I had to spend extra money on an XSplit subscription just so that I can stream, because I can't stream with any other software because Rockfield doesn't work with any other software. When you see my recorded videos, when I put that fancy intro made by my boy Red Eye Jedi, when you see that outro with my boy, God, what's his damn name? And I forgot his name. It just slipped my head. I just had it. With my boy Loke. When you see those transitions coming through in the video, I haven't done one of those videos in a while, but when you see that recorded commentary, I use my Avid Media Game Capture HD2. I have the second one. Arachnid has the first one. Either one of those will do you fine. And you gotta have a good editing software as well as a good computer if you're trying to do YouTube.
Right. Yeah, that's... And the thing is, you can get good editing software that doesn't necessarily have to be like Adobe Premiere or Sony Vegas.
I use Sony Vegas.
People think I use Sony Vegas and I don't.
Yeah, VideoPad works fine. I know Jive uses it too.
Nobody can tell the difference, so... Yeah, Alright, I'll write your name down, Jabsta, and I'll add you when I'm on there. I think I'm almost out of real estate on there too, so I might have to delete somebody. Might have to delete FightNightsFinest ex-wife because she's always trying to talk to me on PS3 and...
Oh my god.
What's her name? Chlorine?
Kind of person marries somebody like that?
I don't know, man. Parents named her Chlorine.
Loco up here trying to box this round, man. Okay. Let's see what flow you're working with.
Okay, so when you talk about the MacBook Pro, depending on which one you have, that's a really good thing to use to, you can certainly capture PC footage with that, and the video editing software on like the Macs, they've got really good software. Like I know I clown on Apple, but their video editing software is really on point, and they were doing stuff years before Sony Vegas or any PC, you know, any PC video editing software is. So yeah, I mean, I think you'd be fine to use that. Depending on what your RAM is and processing power, might take you a little bit longer to render out videos, but if it's higher, then you'll just be, you know, getting them out pretty quick.
Yeah, in terms of if you're trying to play games on that, I don't want to recommend that. I recommend like an Alienware, or you'll go with a different type of computer. But wait, Sakurug is a friend on PlayStation 4. That's my homie. Arachnid, correct me. Arachnid always got some type of tall tail. Arachnid, Sakurab is always killing it on UFC, man. That's the homie. If you have to subscribe to him, Sakuraba1982, you should do so also. All these people's links, all the homies are in the link in the description. Just go ahead and check it out, man. You can subscribe to all the people that I think are cool. I think I gotta add your boy 592 in there, but I believe Local's in there as well. But anybody who's cool, man, or anybody that I think is, you know, great content creator, trust me, they're in that description. I saw my boy Rob D come up in here a few minutes ago. He does all the music to my channel, so if you're looking for some cool beats or you're looking to watch some nice 2K videos, you can subscribe to him. I gotta add Multi-Styles link in that description, but he's the guy who he did an intro for me. Uh-oh, hold on. I have a good feeling about this. You keep pressing this.
Damn, they have the Fight Night Champion on the iPhone?
Yeah, they have like an iPhone version.
Oh, okay. Alright. Well, I mean, you might as well just, if you're playing on the cell phone, you might as well go with that real boxing.
Oh god, that game is so terrible.
I haven't played it.
Somebody told me they was gonna buy it for me on Steam, and I'm like, you wouldn't even. Why would you send me that game? You got a slow motion every time there's a punch that misses.
Oh, okay.
One of the most annoying things I've seen on the game.
Yeah, I know how that is. Like, people say that they're gonna buy me something on Steam or whatever. You know, usually I like playing really good games. It's not about how much money they spent making the game or how expensive it is. I just like playing good games, and a lot of the games people want to buy me, it's like, I don't want to play that. Like,
yeah, if it was a good game, then I'll gladly take it.
Yeah, like, hey man, hey, you want me to get you that Call of Duty Ghosts on Steam with that new DLC? Like, no, I'm alright.
Yeah, like, you can keep that. Like, if anybody said, Fight Night, I'm gonna do it for you. I'm gonna buy you that Call of Duty Advanced Warfare on PC. I'm gonna get you the Black Edition or whatever type of edition they're gonna have out for it this year. You know, I'm gonna get you that. Plus, I'm gonna get you all the DLC. I'll get you a season pass, and you know, you just have a good time. I'll be like, why are you trolling?
Yeah. I mean, I've got a whole list of games that I want on Steam, so that, like, you know, those would be the games I want. And some of them are big name games, but you know, a lot of them are really cheap that I just haven't got around to buying. King Rose, just you know, I can help you out with some graphics and stuff.
Yeah, but you know, anybody looking to get into YouTube, me and Dave made a video about that. Some of the things you need to know. My boy Arachne has Inside the Commentator Studio. Don't think YouTube is not all bells and whistles, man. It's a tough thing to get into. It's not easy to grow. And it's really a hard thing to get into and to keep doing. I've been doing it for almost 2 years now, and you know, you're gonna have those days when you wish you didn't want to do it. You're gonna have those guys in the comment section, or you know, you're gonna have those keyboard warriors. It's a lot to deal with, and don't do it if you don't have tough skin.
Yeah, I've got a little bit different mentality when it comes to YouTube as well. And I always say it's the, I always use Kobe Bryant as the example for whatever reason. I always say, like, people will go to the Staples Center to watch a basketball game. They're watching the Lakers play somebody, and Kobe's out there, and Kobe's doing his thing, and guess what? The people are happy they came to watch basketball. Kobe does not, at halftime, have to juggle chainsaws at half court to entertain the people. You know, you do what you're doing, and you will attract people who like that. And then you're going to say, hey, this is much easier because people like me for what I'm doing, as opposed to you jumping around doing a lot of stuff you don't want to do. Like, you're forcing yourself to play Call of Duty Ghosts, but you're not into it. Or, you know, so I never think of myself as like an entertainer. I'm Arachnid Soul. This is what I do. If you like me, great. If not, okay, there's other stuff that you can go watch.
Sorry, Arachne, I didn't get your follow-up. It's the 10th round. It's a very close fight. It's going to go either way right now.
I was going to say, then you got people like FightNightsFinest who do the opposite, you know. I don't know if he's a boxing fan, because I always see him walking around like a lot of Mets gear.
Oh
so but he knows that baseball won't get the views, so he's not playing MLB The Show. You know, you go that way too.
He's trolling, guys. It's like me and Arachne, we just hate baseball.
Like I thought you told me you're working on some custom shorts for James Toney that had like a little Yankees logo on it.
Arachne Plus.
I mean,
you're lucky it's the last round, man. Don't worry, I'm gonna have a comeback for you later. There it is. He was dropped. That combination, they did it. It was that 3-punch combination, and somebody please teach Loco some defense as we catch the ceiling knockdown of the fight. I think that's gonna get me the edge that I needed in order to pick up this win. I thought I won 4 rounds up to this point. No, like 4 rounds, possibly 3 rounds. So this fight can it can possibly be a draw, or it's gonna be either in my favor or his. Okay, we took it after the 5th round. So after round number 5, when we turned up that pace, when we started going with those combinations, we was able to win the fight. We won the last 6 rounds of the fight. So great fight to Loco. He won it early, we came back late, and we was able to pick up the victory. EA UFC has punches reminiscent of Fight Night. Okay. Personally, to me, you guys are the best YouTubers. Keep up the great work, man. Looking forward to streaming with y'all. Thanks, team.
Yeah, I mean, that means a lot to me, especially since I've pretty much just started doing this.
Yeah, that definitely means a lot to me as well. I mean, anytime you see a comment like that, it just inspires you to keep going or to keep doing it.
You know, to me, like, I would say there's two best comments you can get on YouTube. This just me, my personal preference. The comment where people will tell me that I'm either one of their favorite YouTubers or their favorite, that's awesome. And the other comment is when people tell me that I'm making them aware of games that they're not aware of, and that, you know, they tell me like, yeah, I might actually go out and pick up that game. You know, because I'm not really promoting like the big money games on my channel that you already know about. I'm promoting games that I think a lot of the time are better, but they just don't have the marketing behind them.
Yeah. The Secret Stash series on Arachnid's channel. But yeah, guys, that was a great fight. And that combo at the end, that's what really did it. Was that 3-punch combination. Right uppercut, jab to the body, straight to the head. It's one of my signature combos, one of the combos I use all the time on the channel. I've been doing that one since I first started playing, when I didn't really know too many combos. So we got that one, the power straight to the body, side step, hit him with a right uppercut. Usually get a counter off of the punch after they try to punch after you hit them with a straight right hand to the body. So as that, I mean, I got tons of combinations now, but you know, follow us on Twitter, check out our YouTube channel, subscribe on there. I would fight more subs, but I'm actually really tired. I'm sore, so I'm gonna go ahead. I'm gonna cut the stream off now. Like I said, remember, guys, what you doing, bro? About to eat some food. All right, talk to you later too, Marble. Talk to all you guys on the next stream. Tune out for tomorrow's video, and hopefully Red Eye Jedi can get me that intro for tomorrow so that you guys can see what's going on with that. But I'm gonna let Arachnid say his goodbyes, and then I'm gonna cut stream off.
Yeah, I was just saying to King Rose, if you have a Twitter, you could probably hit me up on there. It'd be the best way to get in touch with me, and then I'd be able to help you out with some of those graphics. But I will do the sign off. It has been your boy, Fight Night's Finest, the Sophic commentator, joined by yours truly, his co-host, Arachnid Soul. You can find me at youtube.com/Arachnid Soul, or follow me on Twitter at Arachnid Soul. Passionate, intellectual, informative as always. Arachnid Soul signing off.